Welcome back to Mahapatransform. Last few weeks I have been absent from this forum, mostly because I was trying to professionally produce some of the videos. But as that is taking time, I'm back with my original format. Today we speak the idea of morality. Morality is a dilemma that we often face in life. Morality is a combination of beliefs, practices, and is a system of rules, principles, and values. Societies have moral rules, recommended actions, and forbidden actions. The morality is enforced by providing sanctions, formal and informal. In a village, there are formal sanctions like excommunication. Even in legal jurisprudence, sanctions, social service, public naming and shaming are methods in which morality of a society are enforced. Morality is concerned and is spoken about around properties, sexual behavior and relationships, personal conduct and action, which from time to time exercise human mind, and law is yet to evolve, or law is considered inadequate to express in sufficient terms how it should be addressed. Morality has been a dynamic subject. It influences as well as it gets influenced. The influencers of morality and the evolving nature of morality is derived from affluence, digital and demographic evolutions, influence that comes between various societies in corporate leadership, both at an executive and non-executive roles like at the board. Morality has been one of the factors which is always considered important. The demise of Enron, DHFL, IL&FS, or even the latest controversy and the media debate around SEBI and its chairperson subsequent to the Hindenburg report are all bordering around morality. Morality in corporate life, as I told, is more subjective, value-based, company-specific, depends on the culture, belief and practices of the company. There are prescribed and well-practiced frameworks which can easily be followed to enforce the moral compass. One such framework is the 4C framework: competence, comprehension, compliance, and conscience. One is competence. Many times, because the leadership is not competent, they are unable to recognize and decipher the trends towards immoral action. Because comprehension is not there. Even if competence is there, sufficient time has not been devoted by the concerned board member or the leader in understanding the nuances and the message between the lines and the related information that is emanating from the ecosystem. The leader has no ability to stop the immoral behavior. Compliance is like a set of best practices, which is a culmination of all the good things that are minimally required to operate a business or to operate in the organizational setup and setting in which we operate. And last, of course, is the conscience. Every time the conscience is something which always asks you questions. You can decide to ignore it, or you can decide to examine it. In Thinking Fast and Slow, the book that is much talked about, it says that many of these morality issues must be subjected to slow thinking. Instant thinking often results in making decisions which are operational, short-term in nature. While taking moral decisions, leaders must consider the style that is appropriate for deciding on this. In an executive position, you will have to not only embrace the suggestions and the signals that is coming from the ecosystem, but also should plan for prescribing SOPs, doing the control system, doing the MIS, and finding out where exactly it is getting violated. Whereas in a non-executive position, you must observe and advise about the values of recording, values of following up. Ethical grounding often requires to the rank and file, because rank and file is imbued in action. they often have no way to find out what is unacceptable morally for a particular corporate. The value enhancers or the ecosystem creators in my own life have been a few where the moral values can get defined. One, of course, is constant and wide reading habit. Second is devoting to community service where you come across a large number of people. Getting in touch with the ground by going to the rural hinterland or where people who are away from the corporate boardrooms operate and the stakeholders' value is measured there. Another important thing that I have seen to be a good value enhancer of morality is teaching. Because for teaching you need to read, you need to articulate, you need to write, and those are all value enhancers. Mentoring young people could also be a good value enhancer. Often during the startup phase and during the struggle phase, morality is likely to be compromised. It is easier said than done. I know it very well. However, constantly watching yourself, constantly aligning yourself, and leaning towards harder decisions will improve you all the time, and at the end of it probably you will meet your own expectations of what I told as a 4C framework: comprehension, competence, conscience and compliance. Thank you very much.